Hello and welcome everyone, Jack Boon and Joe Cisnet, as well as Mr. B here, with a very special DayZ video. I felt I needed to take the time to explain to you all how and why I play DayZ. First off, I am a huge zombie fanatic. I love all things dealing with zombies. This fascination crosses all forms of media. I enjoy tales of the zombie apocalypse no matter what form it is in. When I first learned of DayZ, and thank you Frankie, I fell in love immediately. I knew I had to play this game. The concept of an open-ended game in which I can tell the story greatly appealed to me. Fast forward several months later when I finally purchased DayZ and I began my journey in Chernarus. Originally, I had a much different approach to the game. I was more militant, cutthroat, heartless. I killed many people, some just for fun, and I wasn't a nice guy. Then I decided to make DayZ videos for my channel, and I hit a wall. I didn't know how I could approach these videos without it seeming too much like everyone else's. I had only watched Frankie and maybe Mr. Moon by this point in time, but I knew I wanted something different from them. That is when Jack Boon was born. I had a brilliant idea. What if I showed the journey of a newcomer to Chernarus and how he is shaped and molded by the events and people he encounters along the way? I thought this idea would lead to many more cinematic opportunities for me to really tell a good story. So, naturally, I made Jack a journalist. I focused the story entirely on him. It was his narrative. This made it easier on myself as a filmmaker as I was alone and could focus more on the storytelling narrative of the protagonist. This was a lot of fun to do and very refreshing as a video maker. By the time the first episode aired, I had already been approached by people who would like to help me out in the video making process. First, I met a group from overseas, the Crimson Games. They were very helpful and instrumental in the completion of episode 2. With the addition of other members to the filming crew, I began to play with other perspectives, showing the action and surroundings from another's point of view aside from Jack's. This began to expand my mind to the Jack Boon universe. What if there are more people, more survivors out there aside from Jack? By the time I began to film episode 3, I had been approached by the North Central Zombie Nation, the NCZN. With their additional resources, support, and manpower, I really began to expand upon what I was doing. I was able to now use stand-ins for Jack and film much more cinematic angles, and I could introduce other characters as well. This is when Joe Cisnet was born. He is the son of the man Jack stabbed at the end of episode 2. I felt if Jack was the protagonist, then he would need an antagonist to be his equal adversary. As the months rolled by, I began to flush out backstories and other ideas on how this universe would be shaped. I have many ideas as to what videos I would like to film in the near future. Videos that better describe what happened that fateful night at the cabin, and the reason why Joe Cisnet and his family were there in Chernarus to begin with. But for now, let's focus on the characters. I really enjoyed voicing Joe Cisnet. It was fun, challenging, and almost therapeutic. I began rationalizing Joe, flushing out his character traits and flaws, and I began to like him. So I started playing DayZ as Joe Cisnet. It was an excuse for me to explore my bandit side. I relished in the ability not to care for my well-being or the well-being of others. I would frequently encounter fresh spawns and geared folks along the coast just to mess with them. Hopefully, I will have many videos of these encounters to come in the near future. As the months went by, I became jaded, desensitized, and immune to my bandit-like ways. I felt I had lost contact with Jack, and frequently jumped between two characters, distinguishing myself by resetting my character each time. I eventually became numb as Jack, often resulting to my Josephsnet ways and becoming more militant every day. I had to make a clear distinction between the two. Then, Mr. B was born. Sometimes you just have to lay down the law. Mr. B is my way of doing that. He is a militant version of Jack. He's a good guy who takes no bullshit from anyone, but also minds his business and is loyal to the death. I think of Mr. B as what Jack could become one day. As far as Jack is concerned, I feel as though I must remain true to my character and remain a naive, good-hearted, hero-like journalist who would rather carry a microphone, camera, and a gun. As for Josephsnet, there is much, much more to come. His story has only begun. I played DayZ for the player interaction, the unknown variant, the unexplainable, and the bizarre. I enjoy watching people react when I approach them as super friendly, ultra naive Jack Boon, or watching them squirm and squeal in pain and discomfort as Josephsnet. Or simply I enjoy watching people be people as Mr. B. All in all, I really do love this game. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to click that like button. Show some support for my DayZ videos. Let me know you guys want to see some more of them. If you're new to my channel or you just haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe. You can stay up to date with all my latest videos that way. So I have been Jack Boon and Josephsnet, as well as Mr. B. This has been a very in-depth look into the psyche of how I play this game, and it's kind of been a little bit of an excuse as to why I'm going to be putting out some Josephsnet videos, why I'm going to be putting out some Mr. B videos, and why I'm going to continue with the Diary of the Survivor and my Jack Boon tale. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I thank you all for watching, and until next time, as always, have a good one.
Oh.